Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hand Luggage Only. Let's get this before it bubbles dry. Okay. How much fire? Got one stick. Let's take a quick peek and see. We can grab a couple more sticks. I want to see if we can't get a couple torches and move this fire. I'd like to get over to the other cave if we can. Or it looks pretty calm. Any sticks, please? Just a couple will do. I think that will work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take as many torches as I can. Hopefully we can daisy chain these together. Wow, so lucky with the torches. I was expecting nothing but junk. Last one. Excuse me. Okay, so while we're walking this over, let me share a bit of a story. I didn't mention it. This is part 2 of the Hand Luggage Only challenge. I should say challenge. This is a challenge that was presented by one of my long-term viewers and frequent commenters and friend of the channel, Picklelil. She came up with this crazy idea of traversing around with only 5 items of clothing and 5 items in your inventory. So, give her a shout out and credit for this challenge. Now, I do have a story to share, and we'll talk this as we're going through here. I don't screw this up too badly. I usually do. And this is our second attempt at recording this particular challenge. Come on. Always get hung up here. Because I had gotten about 30 minutes into the first attempt and realized something horrible was happening. And that is I forgot to turn my microphone on. So here I am narrating the second recording of the day, because just prior to that, I had done a complete hour of Dead World. And I'm generally pretty good about keeping backups of all my saves. But unfortunately with Dead World, I had any more feathers. I had not kept up with it. I'd gotten behind on keeping up. Ooh, we'll take that. No, take the bark. Take the bark. So needless to say, when I figured out what I had done with the first attempt at this, I got about 30 minutes in, I think is what it was. 30 or 40, I can't remember exactly. But when I figured it out, I stopped recording and I went and looked at my files, and I realized that, okay, the Dead World thing I couldn't fix because the save I had was actually the week prior. The one that I needed to start over again was already out. So there was no way to go back. I would have been going back before the one that I had just released. So there was no way to turn the clock backwards on that particular one. So that one came out on July 1st, 2025, and it ended up being pretty much a silent movie with just the game sounds in it. But with this one, I hadn't recorded this one in quite some time. And been a few weeks, and luckily enough, the save was backed up. I was able to do this second attempt over again. I know, Astrid, we're getting there. I promise. So from this perspective, I'm trying to be transparent. I do have some foreknowledge of what I could potentially be finding in Mystery Lake. In the time that I had recorded earlier, we had just gone through the dam, and I managed to find a lantern by using the night vision, and I ended up going up into the offices, and I found something very precious, and that was I found a box of matches, and that was absolutely amazing, because right now we don't have that many matches. I think we have 4 or 5.
Well, that didn't work.
Yeah, why didn't that work? Why did you do that?
Come on, little fire.
So we have a foreknowledge about what may still happen. I don't know if the loot tables or if the loot is set from the beginning of a game and follows through, or if it's something else. But we'll find out here. So let's make some more water. I wanted to come over here. Maybe we'd have more fuel. Now we're going to make up all these teas. And we're going to drink those teas. Can't take them with us. Though I may leave one of them behind. Just so we have it here. We can do whatever we want here in the zone, but we can't take it with us. Unless a blizzard shows up. Now the weather is definitely different than the previous episode that I did yesterday. But I think that's on a different cycle. So. We'll make one more can of water. And we'll start making some teas. Good, we're nice and thirsty too. We can use up all these sticks, we can't take them with us. Pretty much what we came in with is what we're leaving with. So anything we found or whatever, we either need to consume it or leave it behind. Which in this case, I think... Whoops. Didn't know so close to the fire that was going to start cooking it. Come on, give me the drop down. Let's put this here for another trip. Seeing how we are both hungry and in need of some healing, we'll cook up all these birch bark. Now, with the way this played out, I mean, I screwed up one video completely with it, and I had quite a bit of a commitment to the other one. So, but I was at a point where I'm 30 some odd, 40 something minutes in. Do I start over or do I just turn the mic on? I thought I'd start over. and then just tell you guys about it. I like being transparent. I like to show the mistakes when they happen. And the big reason behind that is that it would have been very easy for me to just essentially start over, do the thing. You would have never known the difference. You wouldn't even have known. But if it would have gotten figured out somehow, or I slipped and said, "Oh, look, there's a lantern here, like I didn't know it was here," or "There's this here, and I didn't know it was here," it's gonna seem phony. So own your mistakes. It's better that way. Really? Harvest this one. I think I'll leave the 40 and the 33 behind. Right. Yeah, it was a lesson I've learned in life at my job that if you try to lie your way out of a mistake, you end up owning it for a lot longer time than if you just own up, do your best to fix it or apologize for it, and move on. Looks like we had plenty of water. We're not in a hurry to go anywhere just yet. Oh, still more tea. Keep making it. We're not taking the water with us, though.
Trees. Wasn't gonna.
So we can leave a birch tea and this. This way we can just heat up a tea and go. We'll make sure that we are well watered before we leave. What else do we have? We got 5 matches. Feather, birch bark. Alright, tell you what. Let's go use this backpack as a storage unit. Hey, badge received. We have survived the blizzard. I thought there was a backpack. Maybe that was the other one. Alright, well I guess we're just going to pile stuff here. Tell you what, just drop these. And the last thing we have left is water, so. Okay. This will be our little stockpile. Oh, it's fine. But yeah, it pays to keep backups of your saves when you're doing this. I wish I were better about remembering to do it more often. On this occasion, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It actually paid off for this series. Didn't pay off for the Dead World series. I don't mean to belittle the Dead World series, but a lot of the Dead World series right now is the same thing over and over again. We're living off beachcomb, and it's rough. There's a lot of the let's go to this beach, let's go to that beach. All right. So beyond water, I like our nicer torch. You know, in theory, is there something here worth taking? Tempted to take the peaches with me. Because I've been taking a can for water.
Think about his food.
Nah, I'm going to take it with me. I assume that with Timberwolf Mountain, and I know it's going to be the same thing. let's drink this. Gonna give us some more healing. And we're gonna go ahead and go. We'll walk through this blizzard. Okay, water's there. Here's our 10. This trek over here is not the worst. Kind of follow the train tracks pretty easily. Don't pick anything up. The nice thing about cutting through here is the birch bark. So should be able to utilize that to our advantage. Birch. I think at some point we'll get to an equilibrium where we know there are cooking things everywhere. So like, we'll leave a can here in Ravine. We'll have cooking utensils here at Mystery Lake. We need to take something back to Coastal, though, because we don't have anything. Alright, last time we were here, we went to the trailers first, but the weather was better. The weather is different. But the loot is better in the dam, and we need to be out of the cold anyway, so let's take advantage of the dam. Good job, Astrid. So noisy. Calm. You're warming. You're warming. It will be interesting to see if that box of matches is still up where we found it last time. I guess I shouldn't say we, when I discovered it. Okay, so I'm going to use the night vision, and I'm just going to go over here and come grab this. I stumbled upon this. There's a lantern right here.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Can't remember, is that the same condition? Yeah, same condition, same amount of fuel. I'm going to take one of these waters so that we have some water. I'll leave that one alone, and now we'll just go through. This will be a lot easier to loot instead of being in the dark.
I'll take it.
That was there last time, and that is a good sign also. That is different. At least I think it was. Okay, another jacket. Doesn't hurt. The big one might be the safe. I hope we find the matches. I was very excited about that. Alright, let's go ahead and go upstairs. We'll save that for later. And then there was, down here, it's still here. Cool. That's the sweater. Yay! Doing much better in clothing here than we were in Coastal. Alright. Let's do this. So we start way in the back and work our way towards the exit. I always do this the other way. I always start on that end and then I have to walk back through. This way we're done. Books are great for fires. I thought about this after I'd done this. I'm like, you know, I'm doing this. We've been looting this wrong all these years. Start in the back and loot your way forward, then you don't have to walk back through. You're done. You're done, you're done. I guess it's the same amount of time. Doesn't save any time. But we'll see if it makes any more sense. There they are. Okay, this is where we found them last time. The loot is the same. That's fantastic. That's a big win. Now the 5 matches that we have, we'll use those and we'll pack those 12 at Camp HQ/Camp Office. We'll try to get by the next 3 days with just 5 matches, which would be amazing. Alright, very good. I'm glad it wasn't a complete loss. I was so afraid all of this would be different. And I would lose the good fortune of those matches. Don't need the tinder. It's funny, if you line up this Y, it almost looks like it was on the computer screen. I glanced up and I was like, what's the Y on the computer screen? No. Leave the lamp on. We'll turn it off when we do the safe. How's that? I know you're tired of holding it. Okay. Well, not a lot, but the big one that I was hoping to find again was the matches. You know what? I very rarely find anything up here, but you know what? The time I don't look and come back here a second time. Well, that's fire material, I guess. Alright, already been down there. Now, I have no intentions to go down to the lower dam or go into the big generator room. I'm just going to get these here. We'll go check this office and we'll check the area where the safe's at. In the lower dam, we'll check that at a time when we're coming through one direction or the other. I think I may have to divide the dam into two places.
Oh, I'm starving.
Because I think when you go into the lower dam, it starts to become... Because the lower dam and the winding river are like listed as the same thing, so... Well, that was pretty boring. So that hatch that goes down into the lower levels, where the arrows are usually sticking out, and that dude's laying at the bottom of the stairs, I think that's going to be the other part. That's going to be leaving. So... This part will be part of Mystery Lake, the other part will be part of Winding River. Just to be fair. Wow, you guys were 2 monitoring. You guys were kicking it with expensive stuff. believe those were there as well. And take books for fire. Alright, Astrid, put this thing out. That was definitely random. The last one was like 50, 52. Okay. 31. And 15 or 16. It's hard to tell. It's kind of in the middle there. There we go. And that was what was in the safe last time. Maybe we won't have to eat it. I did last time. We were so hungry. So I ate it. And I shouldn't have. I should have just saved it. But I think it was because we were trying to sleep. Because it's late.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Painkillers. Got all these, right? Okay. So depending on the weather, which it sounds like blizzard is still happening. I'm gonna try my damnedest to hold on to the maple syrup. Tempted to go to camp office while this is blowing. Avoid the wolves. You know what? Let's do that. I'm just going to bypass everything. We can check it later. On the last run, I walked up to the lookout cave. And I stopped just as I walked into the... I stopped recording when I went into the camp office. Because I had noticed it just prior to that. I was like, I might as well find a place to edit in if I decide just to turn the mic on. And that's when I discovered I could fix this. So.
I can't feel my hands.
Alright, you're gonna get cold. I do apologize. You know, you've got a little bit of energy. Why don't we... Why don't we run a little bit, Astrid? Why don't we run a little bit? Ugh. As far as we've gotten. Alright, rest. I love that the blizzard isn't always, it's not white, it's got a yellowish brown color to it right now. Depends on the light. Astrid, you're going to be like a popsicle by the time we get there. This makes sense. Taking advantage of the weather. No wolves to deal with. Yeah, I know. I'm going to starve you a little bit. Maybe we can start a fire and get some water and some pancakes going. Last time you missed out on pancakes. Because that guy who forgot to turn his mic on made you eat the syrup. And there's usually flour and oil over here. Another book to burn. More tools.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Take that. We might. make some fishing hooks. Not going to do us any good to take any scrap metal to the muskeg. Unless we have an empty slot, but it's only going to be one item. It's going to be kind of pointless. Yeah, we'll have to make sure we take the hacksaw and hack up all the metal we can find there. And hopefully make a great deal of forging, even if we can't take it all back. Which leads me to another story. Let's get out of this wind. I feel like I'm battling the wind here. Trying to talk. Look at that, Astrid. You made it here with no wolves. Fantastic. And it's dark. Easy. Careful. And alright, so here's flour, oil. Tea will help us with cooking. 1 potato, 2 potato. Another can. That's a sneaky little bedroll. Saw the blue back there. Okay. Got us a pot. And a pan. You know what? Let's take these upstairs. Better. Ooh.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll see what's better. Don't need to film. Maybe the salt. It's gonna be a while. That book will come in handy. Normally these things are stuff we just throw away. I think we might be able to put those to use. Because we'll be able to get double our money on the water. Carl, Trash Can Mike, I've heard you called 2 different things. Another book. Which fire making material do we have? Got a lot of books, but not a lot of fire making stuff. So I think now I'm gonna come back up and let's see if we can find any other foods. We're not gonna heal without eating something, but I don't really want to start 2 fires. Did we go through all this? No. Please let me find some food. Damn. All we have is cooking food. Got that. Get that. There's a hook. Well, Astrid, I hate to do this. But okay, put out the lamp. There's a bandage in there. Don't know if we're gonna have enough. Should be 2 more crates over here. Stack. Blizzard, calm down. So now what are we looking at?
Okay. getting tired.
Ugh. Do I want to waste a match on them? We're overweight. Here. Drop all the books. Drop all that. Drop that. That. I really didn't need that. Here, these will probably feel better. They're not frozen. 1.7, 0.8. I don't think. Ooh, this is about the same. But I think once we get this one fixed, it'll be better. See if we can find a sewing kit. How much water do we have? Okay. Enough to get through the night. I'm tempted to go get cattails. Walking around in the dark here. Let's see how lucky we get with cattails. I don't want to get too far into this. I don't want to get all of the wolves all excited.
My fingers feel numb.
But if we can find a half dozen cattails, relatively close. There's 2 more. Cut across over here. I'm trying to stay close to home here. See the fishing hut. I don't see any dogs. Come on, I just need 2 more. Cold again.
So cold.
You're not going to give me 2 more. Well, you know what? I will take a rock. Oh, wait. I see him. I see him. I see him. I hear ya. Okay. Let's hope this works. I hope this will give me enough calories that we can heal, get a good night's sleep, and we wake up in the morning and we can make food and water. I'll turn this on for the sake of not boring you guys to death with me trembling around in the dark. So now... Oh, that's a poster. I was like, what is that? Alright, you're warming up. That's good. Let's eat these this way. If you're good tomorrow, Astrid, we'll have pancakes. Or we'll try pancakes. If not, we'll have potatoes. Okay. Drink. And sleep time. Beautiful. We healed up. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay.
I need to find food.
Yeah, no, we need to make food. We need to burn all these books. Didn't mean to pick that up. Alright, let's use our one good torch. And then we'll have to make a note that we have a pot and a frying pan here at Camp HQ.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Yeah, come on, little fire. So the first episode on this was essentially about
Perfect.
4 hours long, and whoops, and included me doing the first 2 regions essentially. All right, do water in this pan. I think this episode
Starving.
is just going to be basically, whoops, I don't want to do water. Just basically taking care of Mystery Lake. So when we get done with our 3 days here at Mystery Lake, we get cooking level 2 already? How do we pull that off? Okay, I'm not going to question it. Maybe it was all those teas. I didn't see it. That's okay. Pancakes are coming. Now, do I need water for pancakes? I do. I'll hurry this along. Yes, confirm. We're never going to use that either. Pancakes. Alright, so can we make more? No. Say what? Go ahead and make the potato until we get the water done. We got enough. And drop all of those matches. Now we have 12 matches here. And try to live off those other 3 for the rest of the duration. So, how much? 8 more books. Want to read that. Do we have cooking level 2? Did I miss? Yeah, I guess. I didn't realize cooking all those teas when we did. We did like all the birch bark ones. Alright, so that's almost that. You know what? We've got time. We've got an idea. There tends to be a pretty decent amount of sticks out this door over here. And if we could get a little more fire out of this, or a little bit of gathering, this will be worth it. Back. Let's venture over here. There's usually a good chunk of them right here. There we go. If I can buy another hour and a half on this fire by doing this while we're waiting for that to cook, instead of me just passing time. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Please, don't let me bother you. You can go right back to what you were doing. I was just collecting sticks. Oh, it's so nice to be lightweight and be able to run that far. Hi, Wolf. Thanks for letting me steal your sticks. Okay, that should help extend this fire out, along with all those books. Which is what we want to do. Now at this point, I think I'm just going to cook food and set it over here. And the heck with... Take that note. Can we, like, move you out of the way? I'd like to use this table as a... Tell you what, safe house customization for anything else, just moving stuff out of the way is amazing. Let's clear the junk too. And I My God, can somebody put a rug down straight? Really? Who puts a rug by a fire? Alright. That appeals to my sensibilities. Okay, now we're going to take that. We've got 2 liters of unsafe water. And I'm going to burn 2 hooks and 4 sticks. So that's 8 minutes. Now, here's where the aquaphor comes in. This is going to give us 2 liters of ready-to-drink water for an hour's worth of fire. So now when this melts again in another hour, we'll have 4 liters of water. And we can start setting up. My hope is if I can get, 6 or 8 liters of water over here. Whoops. I didn't mean to take the whole pan. Okay, you do need some water. All right, so let's keep cooking pancakes. Didn't really want to spend all that time cooking a potato, but... While we're waiting. Okay, so here we are. This was our travel day. If I didn't explain this in the last video, this will give you an understanding. You got to stay 3 days in each major region. Then you have a travel day. This means you have to get out. Then you spend your 3 days, your next one. So this was Pleasant Valley. This was Coastal Highway. And then this was the travel day. And so now we're here. So on the 12th, so we got 10, 11. The 10, 11 on 12, that's a travel day. Now, the connector regions, Ravine, Crumbling Highway, Keeper's Pass, I can't think of, not that we're going to be going there to the far territories, but Transfer Pass, those connector regions, you don't have to stay in those regions for 3 days. You can pass through them. Same rules apply as far as long as you can stay. You can stay in those regions, but you have to move out in 3 days. And then the other criteria is that you have to leave what's there behind. The only difference would be is caves and mines and stuff like that. So like Crumbling Highway has the mine that connects to Desolation Point. So I have to designate that as one or the other. More than likely, it'll be part of Desolation Point. You don't intend to move into Crumbling Highway for more than a day at the most.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Well, you might be hungry the rest of the day. We might be saving all this food for sleeping. Until we get situated where you have a steady, controllable food source. Right, probably need to pick that up. Take that. Let's start our next 2 liters of water. Perfect. We're still going. I'm going to keep making pancakes for as long as it'll let me. And I'm going to take a small sip. I want to keep enough water. Cook more pancakes. I forgot to share my story. I forgot. We were going to come inside and Alright, so water. Let's get this one. So although these things don't necessarily have a high favorability amongst a lot of players, in this instance where I'm trying to save matches and what have you, I believe they really helped out because we managed to get 4 liters of water on what would have taken us to cook just 2. More pancakes. Oops. You're hogging all the pancakes. I love how that syrup glows. So anyway, the news. So when the last episode dropped and everybody's watching and everything, a couple days down the road, person by the name of John left a comment. His name's longer than that, but I don't want to call anybody out. Some people don't realize they have their name and stuff mixed in with their YouTube thing, and sometimes you gotta change that if you're not wanting your name to be out there. But okay, so that was it. You know what? Go ahead and make some bannock. Not my favorite thing to have, but if we can't make more pancakes. So anyway, John had left me a comment that the item that we spent our 3 days in hunt of, said hammer, was actually an item I walked past. And he left a timestamp, thank goodness. And I was able to go back and watch it. And if you're curious, you can actually go back and watch it yourself, because it's in the comment section, and he did leave a timestamp. I literally had to slow down the video to see it, because it goes by so quickly. So he was eagle-eyed and saw that. But the hammer, after all that traipsing around Postal and not finding really anything for our time, was really frustrating. Because we didn't find hardly any clothing. We didn't get a whole lot of anything. We didn't even find a pot or a pan. So if I find an extra one, I may leave it here so that we can take it with us possibly. But anyway, it was sitting on one of the barrels outside of Quonset on the side where the tractor is. We were outside just towards the time period when I was getting ready to leave. There was a blizzard, and I was running around outside, and I just blew right past it. And it blends really nicely into the top of that can, and not knowing that it was there and not knowing the spawn points for these tools and Interloper totally eluded me. I knew that I'd seen them in the trailers on the stair steps, and that's kind of what I was looking for, hoping that's where I would find it. Was not expecting it to find it there. So lesson learned: look on top of the trash or the barrels. So we have purpose to go back to Coastal Highway, depending on what we find here. So if we find a hammer here, which I don't know, we may or we may not, I think we'll go to the Muskeg, and we'll forge what we can forge there. It may be a hatchet and 2 arrowheads, or I'll try to forge as much as I can, but I can't bring back more than that. I'll bring back what I can bring back. The nice thing is we'll be coming back here, so I can leave behind like a torch and that, so I won't have to bring the torches with me. I'll know there's matches here, and I won't have to take those with me. So little things like that I can get away with. If we go to Poacher's, I know there's a flare there. We could use the flare to light the... See what? Cook this potato. Our fire is starting to... flatbread. 46, 37. Worried about using up all the sticks, but I'm going to keep at least a couple of books. And I want to read the kitchen book. Dude, this is like... Ooh, 45 minutes. I might be able to do that. I say we go for it. Some of those chairs like forever. Take that. I want to make as much water on this match as I can.
I could eat a horse.
Are you sure? You want to talk about it? This fixation with eating horses. Alright, let's keep using up the flour. Plenty of water to cook with. Now, this may seem like a waste of a day, but I think establishing a strong footprint here is going to pay dividends down the road. So we're going to cook as much as we can on the match we have. Is there anything else we could break down in that short amount of time? 45 minutes was amazing. Now see, look, that one's 2 hours. How does that chair differ from the other chair? How about you? You're a 2-hour chair as well. I won't have 2 hours. My fire isn't going to last that long. Whoops. Need a hatchet for that. What about you, chair? There's another 45-minute chair. I don't know if I have 45 minutes. No goodies in the corner. Plenty of cans here. Like I said, maybe we can get lucky and have extra room on trips, and we can leave like a can behind in ravine, and then we won't have to carry a can with us unless we're going to someplace we've never been. So here, what do we got? 17. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't start that. Maybe when this is done. That'll be 30 minutes to an hour, and if this...
I'd be dying from starvation.
Well, you're not dying from starvation. You're just fasting. Let's call it fasting. Right, that should work. Let's go get that other chair. I'm going to push all of this water making to its limit. Even if it costs me the whole day. Map is not that big. We can hit most of everything we want to do on a decent run. There we go. Save one. Oh, I'm sorry, Astrid. I didn't mean to make you thirsty, too. Hungry, yes. Thirsty, no. More water, please. Probably could do another banana. Got us a regular buffet going here. Oh, do two. Get our money's worth. It may be the fact that I know that there's a hammerback in coastal that I'm not panicked about worrying to go hunt one down here. I think a lot of that has changed the comfort level, so. So getting this place set up with extra water, I think using the starvation technique along with, there's birch bark over by the bridge and the dam. We could get some more of that and use that to help us. But we've been starving for a while. We haven't really lost a ton of health, so. Wish we could find a sewing kit. Oh, we didn't search this. Hey, search everything. Oh, okay, cool. Sewing kit would be nice, because then we could fix our stuff. I think the big thing we need to hit is the highlights. We need to go to Trappers. We need to go to the observatory up top, the lookout. Lookout sometimes will surprise you. Sometimes there's a hammer there. Sometimes you can find another pot or pan. Sometimes there's pry bar. Who knows? What will make us lucky? All right. I think we have broken down everything that we can. We've maxed out our in-house burnables. which is fine. At least the time ones. 2 hours is just ridiculous. Okay, we got antibiotics, painkillers, we got that. We don't have any first aid, like antiseptic. Not that I'm looking to tangle with dogs anytime soon. 16. What are we doing here? Time. More water, please. Hour 14. Just about right. How much more do we have? We've got one more book. One more reclaim. Alright, let's see what we can get done with 2 hours and 2 minutes. So we should be able to... It's an hour. We should be able to do 1 liter after that and probably another one here. 30 minutes. Okay. So 1 more liter here. 13. It's going to be close. Do a liter. Weather sounds amazing outside. I think 1 stick will change our stars here. I think that's going to just about do it. Got 4 liters on us. Tell you what. There we go. 2 liters, and then when this is done, we'll carry that. We'll have 9 liters on the floor. We will have well, we have used the match well. That's what I was trying to say. Let's duck our head out. See if the weather is as bad as I think it is. You know, another place to go to, too. We didn't do it, yeah. Blizzard. Is up on the overlook. Sometimes that cave will have stuff. You know what we can do? Is this about... Yes. Okay, what? Let's add a bit of insurance. Oh, that's still not going to change anything. Okay, I was going to read. I think we still can. We're calling it right there. I don't have any more. I don't have any more fuel. Oh, I can't do it while I'm hungry. Doggone it. I wanted to save my food. I guess I could eat the candy bar. Got a ton of food over there. Let's eat this. 30. Yeah, it's gonna be close. Read that for an hour. Cooking level 5 is gonna be so important. Okay. All right. I'm really happy with that. So now how many? We've got 4 matches left that I'm going to try to stick to. We can dip into the extras, but I really don't want to. So flares are going to be a huge thing. More matches will be nice. Got a bedroll to use while we're in town. 2 rocks. How many calories do we have? If I were to go to sleep, I have... Can I read another hour of this? Before I start? I can sleep for an hour. Oh. See if we can live on bread and...
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
Okay. Sorry, Astrid. You knew this was going to be rough. What else can we work on? Let's harvest this. shell's not going to really be worth anything. And harvest these. Maybe we find a sewing kit and we can repair some of this stuff. Anything here? No. Astrid, if we could get these jackets sewn up, we might feel a lot warmer. I don't think we're tired enough. Okay. Well, let's pass time for an hour. Oh, an aurora. Now we could read if we weren't starving to death. Right. Eat your potatoes. There's 500 calories, or a little over 500. That might do it. Oh, not past time sleep. There you go, 10, almost. 9. We drink? No, we didn't. I'm glad I looked at that. Almost went to sleep on a half. She just didn't want to get up in the middle of the night and have to go to the bathroom. Oh. All right. 9 hours. Sleep. Okay. We have woken up. It's not quite morning. Food is fading fast here. I'm going to pass time for long enough to get the sun up. Now, I want to take advantage of reading this a little bit more. Oh, you know what? We're going to have to eat, aren't we? Almost. I'm going to waste that time. I think we're going to probably play out the starvation technique, but seeing how it's generally colder in the morning, let's...
I need something to eat.
Okay, we've got at least an hour of that. I'm happy with the food and water situation at the moment. We've got some stuff to fall back on. What I'd kind of like to do... Okay, it's day 10, so we've got today and tomorrow, and then we have to bug out. So, depending on what we find over the next 2 days, is going to depend on where we go next. And as I said earlier, or at least I think I said earlier, we know where Hammer is. We walked past it in the first episode. So if I didn't say it earlier, a gentleman by the name of John mentioned that. And I am recording. This is another recording session too, just that way you know why I'm freaking forgetful. The part where I fell asleep here a little bit was one recording session. This is the second one. So it's been a couple of days. I don't remember if I said that or not. But I'm going to take this with us just in case we get caught somewhere. This should give us enough to get a good night's sleep. And we're going to kind of walk about and we're going to go see what we can find. We're kind of looking for tools of sorts. We should drop these off downstairs. I don't even know if I'm going to take the... I don't foresee a need for the bedroll here. With too many little cabins and places to sleep. I don't think this is going to be an issue. I think the bedroll will come in handy, and I think we will leave it here. We'll have to make a note of it, but I think this would be a great thing to take with us if we go to Huss River Valley, as there won't really be a place to crash there. Although I think finding a bedroll there isn't impossible, but again, we don't want to have to stay up for 3 days either. So, what else can we get rid of? Any other? We could drop this. This might come in handy to make hooks. But we need to get that going too. We need to find things like carcasses and what have you. You know, we really don't need to take this with us. Trying to go light and lean to give us more carrying capability. So how much water do we have? I'm going to take one more water with us. I don't want to have to make water if I don't have to. We've got limited number of matches. So we've got the carry weight to carry extra water. So we might as well. And if we have to make water, we have to make water. But matches, we've got 4 matches for the next couple of days. So, all right. Well, let's go see what we can find. Astrid will be fasting today. Sewing kit would be nice. Pry bar, hammer, all of those things. Depends on where we're going to go. I think we're going to go up there first. And then we'll decide where we're going to go from there. And as it starts to snow. Beautiful. Hopefully it doesn't blizzard. That is a wolf, isn't it? You see this dark. Yeah, it's a wolf. All right, let's take the scenic route. Avoid the entanglements. Forestry Lookout tends to have some stuff from time to time, so we'll see what they've got. Usually tools are out in the open, so like the hacksaws, the hammers, the pry bars.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Extra cooking stuff would be nice too, because we don't have anything in coastal, so if we could use one of our 5 inventory slots to bring back a pot or a pan would be awesome.
Too cold to think.
The other thing that might be nice too is there's a good possibility of having ptarmigans up there, so if we could get us a ptarmigan. If our rock throwing skills are up to the task. And even if all I get are the feathers, that would be a step towards getting some insulative layers that we could put on. Obviously, we probably would have to leave them here, but it would be nice to have 2 of them ready to go, and that way we get to camp office or wherever we decide to leave them. And we could put them on and gain some extra warmth, because over time, this is going to start to get really brutal as it gets colder and colder. So we're going to have to start putting down hides and stuff. That's why a bow will start to come in handy, because it'll make it We'll be able to do the bear fairly easy because of the bleeding. Grab a few of these. Oops. Sorry, Astrid. I didn't mean to take you down somewhere you couldn't lift your feet over. Arrows will come in handy too with the wolves. You could always take out a few wolves. Start saving those hides. And find some of that stuff beach coming too. Ooh, I hear the ptarmigans, like always. I always hear them. Maybe we can sneak up on them. So from here, I don't know if I'm going to go down to Clear Cut where the trailers are, or we head over towards that little cabin. We'll head towards Trappers for sure. Again, if we find the hammer here, we'll probably go to Desolation Point. Or, I mean, Orla Musket, excuse me. Oh, you know what? And I ever so put that away. Can we take those gloves off? I know it's cold, but I'm horrible with them gloves on. Good Lord. I'm bad with the gloves off. That's it, Ptarmigans. I'm taking off the gloves. That way I miss you even worse. Put that away, Astrid. You're a menace to society with a frickin' rock. Alright, it was an idea. We'll have other opportunities. Gonna need to take 2 of them out. Which would be really cool with getting a bow going, because fire hardened arrows will be not an issue. You can make a bunch of those. Alright. What do we got up here, guys?
Perfect.
Now, why don't you just drink that? That'll give you a little bit of calories. Ooh, fire starting. Actually, we don't have to. Ooh, sewing kit. Now that is worth something.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. Don't really need the spray paint right here. Ooh, I see something. Fantastic. Well, at least we know we have a frying pan we can take back to Coastal at some point. We'd have to pass through here, but... Okay. No real goodies, though. No food or anything. Oh, wait. Look at you hiding there. All disguised as something important. Or should I say disguised as something unimportant? Yeah, I almost totally missed that. That's rare. This is Interloper. I didn't know you could find broth. That's interesting. I'm sorry if you're seeing a bit of a stutter. I don't know what's causing that. I'm assuming something is running in the background that I did not turn off.
I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
If we get a second here, I'll create a pause and turn some stuff off. I don't think it's video related. It doesn't seem to do it all the time. You just see it every once in a while. See a little bit of a stutter. I don't know if you guys will see that or not, but I'm seeing it. It's bothering me. And I haven't seen it before, so I see you. We'll stay from walking down there. Get off there so we don't get it spraying. Can we sneak through here? I forget which way. I know there's kind of a way to shimmy down without going all the way around. Is this my shimmy? I think it is. Okay, clear the spraying. There we go. Clear it again. Here we go. Don't see him. This way we can grab some cattails. I think we'll go to that little cabin first, and then we'll work our way to Trappers. There's Mr. Bear. Okay, at least we know where he's at. Always nice to be able to spot him from a distance, so I always take a pause there. Like, pause, look. You can see him, and you can avoid having any accidental run-ins. Should mind his business over there if we stay rather stealthy. I do kind of want to go in his direction, though. Don't see any over there. Doesn't mean I'm not missing them, but any goodies in here for us? Not a thing. How about in and around? Nope. Look sharp. We missed a hammer. Alright, unless he turns around, I think we're fine. Of course, he'd have to turn around and practically sprint at us. Yeah, I think we're fine. He doesn't care about us right now. All this cold is really taking our health from us. Kind of running around little Cavalier. Probably should be more mindful of that, but we're never going to get anything done if I don't use the health as a resource. Because clothing is, you know, usually when you play this, you carry clothing between regions. You build up your clothing. This, you can't do that. You can take some clothing, but you have to leave a lot of it behind. Alright, so what do we have for fire materials? We got 2 books. Why don't we take 2 more? Don't need that. We can do something that we've been ignoring, like 1, put our gloves back on. What's our clothing look like? What little we have. Why don't we repair these jeans? Okay. It gives us something.
Perfect.
No, we need to warm up. Why don't we? Oh, we're just barely. Take this one too. I know daylight's getting away from us, but every little bit of warmth we get. Lets us travel further. I think 300. Yeah, we got this thing too. I'm gonna go ahead and eat these chips. Probably should have ate the bannock. The bannock was in worse shape, but figured this way we don't have everything eaten away at our health for a little bit. Feathers are good. We could use feathers. Kind of get the feeling this is going to be like a stepping stone to getting bow and arrows going. Probably going to get a bow and some fire hardened arrows. That's going to increase our bow and arrow skills, and then we'll be able to take advantage of that. Saplings, that's good. I don't know if we've got some curing yet or not, but this will give us a start.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yep, right before bed, hun. Sorry. That's it? One feather, huh? Weather tells me don't risk it. Is that ptarmigans? Now that might be worth risking. Ooh, there's another sapling up there. That's really hard to see if you're looking right in line with the tree there. Ptarmigans gave that one away if they're up here. Sounded like it. Of course, it always sounds like it. Well, that's cool. We'll take that sapling. Yeah, if the weather would have been a little better, I think I would have taken advantage of that deer carcass, but I think we're going to skip it. Let's head over to Trappers. If anything, if Trappers ends up being our last stop, I thought I saw a rabbit. Yeah, I do. But it's going to be a long carry. Shame the rabbits aren't still available over by Trappers. Alright, let's see if we can get past the bear. Work our way over there. If we get trapped over there, because like the weather seems to be changing a little bit more. We get trapped over at get trapped at Trappers. That bed is good about healing, so. Where are you at, Mr. Bear? Where do I need to go? Forgot about creating a breakpoint for the stutter. It wasn't happening and it just started picking up again. Are you in your den sleeping? I don't see you over there. Oh, there you are. Hi. You're in a really good spot right there. It is firewood. I was thinking that was cattail heads. bunnies. I'd be tempted to take you guys to trappers with me, but I don't know what our wolf situation is. All right, let's take these. I'm happy about the sapling situation. Technically, we've got 2 bows and a whole bunch of arrows. Let's get the high ground here. Make sure we're not running into an ambush of teeth and fur. I'm going to walk around the long way. You can go right up through the gap there. Most people do. Sometimes there's a maple sapling hiding over here. And sometimes there's birch saplings up the hill. They may or may not be here, but oh, here's one. It's a birch, but we'll take it.
My fingers feel numb.
I think arrows are going to be a precious commodity, especially early on, because it's going to take such an amount of time to get arrowheads put into place. They're going to be precious commodities. The one nice thing we have to look forward to is if we get to Ash Canyon.
Dying from starvation.
Oh, Astrid, you're always interrupting. We get to Ash Canyon, we get 2 freebie arrowheads there. Come on, press the top. There we go. Might get away with just bringing 1 or 2 with us instead of having to worry about hauling a bunch. 3 to 4 arrows is probably going to be the norm. So we're going to have to be much better at using them properly. Which means getting better at using the bow, period. Hey, there are rabbits over here.
I've never felt so cold.
I haven't seen them over here in a long time. The rabbits have returned. Okay, I think I have my gloves on. Take gloves off. Embarrass yourself horrifically. Yeah, that was a good throw. Let's see if we can get this one. They are a little easier when they're coming at you. All right, that's one. Drop. Get our lucky rock. We went way over here in the hills. Trying to see him through the grass. Yep. Okay. No pressure, Astrid. Don't forget your lucky rock. All right, that worked out. Hello, trappers. All right. Notes. Got to get better at notes. ML. Not MLL. ML. All right. Trappers. Saplings. Guess I should put 2 guts, huh? Done. Look at that. We took notes. What's this world coming to? Oh, looky, looky. I see you hiding under there. Isn't that a beauty?
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh, that is a wonderful thing. If we could keep that on us as one of our 5 items, we may not have to worry about matches at all. We just have to have a sunny day. And I could be plus or minus on that. Fire Striker would be a better choice, but it would need to be one in good condition. Right. Just getting late in the day. Ooh, more antibiotics. That's good. Take that. I think I'll wait till it's dark and harvest the rabbits. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wouldn't know what I was going to do without getting dog food soon. All right. That just leaves the safe. Safe Cracker Greenwood at your service. What was it? There you go. 14? Wow, that was quick. 14, 13? Wow. Like 14, 12. And it's halfway around the board. Almost a full circle. Oh, good Lord. Ah. Okay. And then all the way around. What do we got, Astrid? What do we got? Gunpowder.
Oh, lucky day.
Yeah. I guess. How are we doing on weight? Probably could carry all this stuff back. I'm going to lose the rabbits here pretty soon. It's empty. No need to worry about bringing cooking supplies here. Tons of that. I guess that's it. Let me go ahead and repair this while the sun is up. There we go. A little better condition. Those could use a little love and attention. These both could use some love and attention. Let's see if we can get this repaired one more time before it gets dark. All right, that's a no. Any cloth in here we can... Shall we try again? Can we... Hey, frostbite seal. There we go, Astrid. That puts us in a little better position. All right, get a drink. Now, let's... Ooh, an hour. Take the gut, because you got to cut it. Then we'll harvest the rest by hand. This is why I wanted to wait. Now, don't waste the hacksaw any further. More time. It's 2 kilos altogether. Still killing you softly, aren't I? As we starve you to death. Okay, there you go, Astrid. Guess what? Get to eat these now. Oops. No, you drop those. Not drop them. Eat them. They're better if you eat them off the floor. It's like a tradition. But there were 2 of them. Yeah, you might as well eat this too, because it's deteriorating quickly. Oh, there it is. Eat that. And I think I'm going to set these outside. Oops, that's not what we want. Leave cabin. We get an opportunity to start a fire using our maglins, and we'll cook those tomorrow. But otherwise, we may just leave it and cook it later when we have a higher cook level. All right, so this gives us our guts that we were talking about. How's our weight looking now? Perfect. All right, what else? Like to cook those. 300, 250. Go ahead and eat the 250. You don't need that many calories. Okay, that should be plenty. Plenty. All right. 10 hours. And we'll be into our last day here at Mystery Lake. You woke up fully rested. Good, we brought plenty of water. That's working out to our advantage.
Man, I could eat anything.
Well, I know. Unfortunately. While we still have food in our stomach. Maybe kind of wasting the day, but
Of course.
when we finish the book, it'd be amazing. You can do it. Perfect. Okay. If anything, it should be a little warmer outside. I think right now, what we need to do is we'll go back to camp office and grab or drop off what we've got. And then maybe we go check out the little cabins and the fishing huts. Wow, we got a bear over here too. Fantastic. This bear is actually good news because with few arrows and using the campfire, We may be able to bleed him out while he's standing still. He may come in really handy later. So I'm actually happy to see him. And that would give us a bear skin. We might be able to get the other one over by the pond. And build us a coat for this region. Alright, don't get a sprain. Don't get a sprain. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Bear. We're happy to see you. Now, does this say leaving? Just curiosity here. Yes. Okay. So we'll have to designate that cave as either part of Milton or part of
I got it.
Mystery Lake.
Soon.
Might call it part of Mystery Lake. It would give us a source of coal here. Oh my lord, you are quick and on the spot. I'm going to get ahead of you as quick as I can. But I do want this free range coal right here. Run like the wind. Oh, there would have to be a sapling here. Okay, buddy. I'm happy with your location. I'm not going to worry about the sapling. We got quite a few of them down. I would like this coal, though. I was hoping to get some birch bark, too, while we're over there. I mean, obviously, we have a torch. We can light it. We could defend ourselves a bit. I'm going to try to just keep him at arm's length and just walk him at this point. Anything, I'll try to path him up here and go over this hill.
Sure getting cold.
Conserve the matches. You still back there, buddy? We're going to go on a little hike. Sounds like we got rid of him. Music stopped. He may reacquire us.
It's a goddamn freezing.
You know, that little broken house over there, too, is also a good spot to go look for stuff, because every once in a while you'll find a pot there or other goodies. I'm wondering if we shouldn't run over there real quick. It's not that far away from the camp office. We can stay out of trouble, that is. Could be a wolf right there. Could be a tree stump. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you're walking what's moving and what's not moving. Yeah, let's take a look in here. Sometimes you get lucky with oddball stuff in this little cabin. Not that I play a ton of Interloper, but just in general, from watching people play and stuff. And today there's nothing. You'll get nothing and like it. Alright. Let's head back. If we hadn't looked, we would have always wondered. Now the wandering is no more. If there's any need to go to the bunker at all. There should not be anything in the bunkers. Bunker should be nothing. I don't even know if a hammer even spawns here, so we may be just wasting our time trying to hunt one down. Oh, double stick. It'll be for us there later. I mean, we did skip those train cars. Could be there. Sometimes, you know, that one where the guy's dead inside the cart could be in there. Just missed it in there. Maybe depending on the day or whatever, if we can get some extra torches, we'll walk that way as we're heading out if we haven't found a hammer. Because we could always turn around and head back the other way. But I do believe if we don't find anything, pretty certain we're headed to Coastal Highway again. Because we know we have a hammer there. And we know we want to go forage. We have saplings down here and there. Okay, so feathers. Go in here. Use some more. Tell you what. Leave a sewing kit behind. Gunpowder. I should have left this behind if I didn't realize I brought it. And I think we're going to leave these peaches behind. You don't have to cook the dog food. I do want to cook the peaches. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. All right, half the day left. Clock is ticking. Should warm up some more before we go, though. That would be foolhardy. We're already taking damage from food. How's our water? Probably have to take another one of those. Last time. Warm up. Oh, I thought I would look. It's clear, but it's snowing, so I thought, can I start a fire? All right. We're going to take a scenic route. Towards the cabins. Kind of bypass the wolves on the lake for the moment. Come on, get up there. Stumbled upon this little, I don't know, I guess, little back trail, I guess what I call it. One time when I was hunting the bear, I hunted the bear and he started to bleed out and he ran up here and I had to follow him up here. And as I was falling, it was like, oh my God, we're like right on top of camp office. How do I get up and down here? And so I think he died up here somewhere. And so I had to haul him down. So I kind of figured out just through trekking through here that I could get up and down to get bear, because I thought I'm going to walk all the way back and climb up the rope or get, you know, whatever. And just to get to him, I'm like, that's ridiculous. So kind of went the wrong way here, but don't hurt yourself there, Astrid. Here's the spring. Come on. I know you can get up there. I've been up there before. Was I supposed to go around that way? Yep, I can't get up that way. I may have messed this up. Wouldn't this be great to be trapped down here? How did you die? We may have no choice but to get a spring. Come on, Astrid, you can do it. I know. It sucks, but I had no choice. I had to keep you. Yeah, we were supposed to go up through there. That was my fault. All right. We got a ton of these. Let's just take that so we don't have that weird sound. We've only got one bandage. You're gonna have to deal with the sprain. That was my fault. We should have went up over the rock. It's been a while since I did that one, but I do remember I was kind of amazed with finding that I didn't have to circle around all the way back towards the bunker to haul the bear down. I was able to find that little spot where we climbed up. Sounded like you were going to say something, Astrid. Did I cut you off? I don't know why I'm looking behind me. I'm just so used to head on the swivel. There really isn't much up here other than prey animal.
That smarts a bit.
Yeah, I know. It smarts. So if you're not familiar with where we're at, if you go this direction, there's the rope climb from the lake. And then up this way is where the bunker is. What we did was we climbed up the side of the mountain, circled around. Like I said, the only reason I found that was through a bear hunt when the bear ran up here. You know what? We're going to take this firewood, though. Oh, can't run. Must be your ankle. Well, if we find some extra cloth, we'll fix that. See, this would be a really good place to come and hunt, because we have this deer and all that stuff. Fire hardened arrows to get the bunnies. Generally, you don't see any predators up here, which is the other nice thing about it. I think the bunker's over here. I keep trying to run to avoid. Is it up here? Gotta get my bearings here. No, come around here and go over here. Got him going all kinds of crazy over here.
But I'll make
Why am I so lost? Used to coming up here from a different direction. I think I completely turned that around. All right, go a little higher here. Right here. I'm just misremembering. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You climb up the side of the mountain, you come over here, and then that way. Nah. Bad memories. We were close. Hello, bunker. You got nothing.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
Well, I'm afraid it's going to have to wait. Clock is ticking, Astrid. Clock is ticking. Keep trying to run. But I don't want to give up my only bandage.
Ow!
Ow. What's ow? This is kind of the goat in reverse, that you can bypass that rope climb there. And you can kind of come up through here. We're just going to do it in reverse. All right. Break the sprain wrist. So if you just kind of reverse what I did, you can get up there. All right. So let's... Okay, we got some deer on the water. I should say ice, not really water at the moment. Got one cabin, so let's go check out that one cabin. Good, get the storm out of your system now so we don't have to walk in it tomorrow. I have a feeling we're going back to coastal at this point. We need to check all these cabins every once in a while. I know, like the last one on this side over here sometimes can have things hiding around the back. Got to be more mindful of all the little places they could leave it. Don't think we need any... No, we do not. Don't need any books. Don't think we need any cloth either. Oh, you know what? Let's make a bandage. We do need to warm up. Oh, we could take a birch bark. That'd be good. Clock is ticking, Astrid. We're running out of daylight. I think I'm going to need you to sprint. Let's hear it. Okay. Sure. No clothing, no goodies. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of times that cabin's got the little dock on it. sometimes will have some goodies in it. But we'll run through all of these, go there, try to check those fishing huts. I guess the one thing I shouldn't have to worry about is the bear. Yeah, I guess he could be out. Books. There's a note. I give you another. It does, doesn't it? That actually was another piece of clothing for you. I think I have to say, too, the other thing that I'm finding intriguing about that is it is making, like, crappy clothing very important. Because with the lack of being able to travel with a bunch of clothing, even a little bit of extra clothing in any space becomes extra warmth. So that stupid little scarf, normally you just pitch that or make scrap out of it. But now it's important because we don't have any other headgear, so we have to take advantage of it. Whole lot of nothing. Oh, wait.
I can use
Peaches.
this.
Astrid, I want you to know that was really talented to be able to stand on that cardboard box. Yeah, I thought I saw a wolf in this vicinity. I don't know where he's at the moment.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Okay. I don't see anything. Let's take advantage of the lightweight that we have that we can run well. Alright, any goodies hanging out over here? Oh, there is a backpack back here. Ooh, pry bar.
I think I can use this.
Now that, see? Every once in a while, there's tools. Not the tool we really wanted, but pry bar's good. There are some lockers we could not get into. Probably not going to get to them on this visit, but when we come back, which I'm assuming we will at some point. All right. How much? Ooh, it's getting dark. But I tell you what, Astrid, I'm going to give you something to eat so that we can slow down this damage of you. There, let's. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Just a little bit of warmth. That's our risk. Okay.
I need anything right about.
But I gave you anything. In a way.
This is cold.
There you are. I knew I saw you somewhere. So. Maybe I burn one of my precious matches here. We make up that birch bark key and grab a couple of torches. Oh, fishing. That is important. Another sewing kit.
Oh, lucky day.
I couldn't have said it better. So I think this changes the dynamic. I think we're going to the muskeg. Which, if that's the case, I think we need to take the bedroll with us. So we got to take the hammer, the bedroll, matches, and the hacksaw. All right. Wasn't sure we were going to find it. It's going to be really cold. Doubt we're going to find much for clothing. So with the day getting later, I think I'm going to cut straight across. I'm going to try to avoid him. I'm not going to worry about this one fishing deal. All right, let's go, Astrid.
Oh, so cold.
That just changed our stars. Because we can leave the hammer behind over there, which is wonderful. Can we get you to go the other way? I know that's cheating, but didn't really work either. There you go. Stupid exploits. Make them work to your favor. After the wolves glitch and cheat. Well, we know where we're going tomorrow. Our travel day is going to be easy. We don't have a transition to go to. So our travel day is going to be nice. Love how you open that on yourself. Ooh. Practical gunsmith. I don't think we need that. Nothing. All right, Astrid, let's go. I know we haven't gotten to everything, but we got what we wanted. That's fantastic. This is actually good news because now we know that we can go to the muskeg. We can forge over there. Get our... Oh, love it. Flare. Beautiful. Get our hatchet made, which I think... I'm not going to worry about a knife. But I think a hatchet is important. Let's go. Just the one wolf. That's interesting. Used to a stalker, you usually have like half a dozen on this water. Okay. I was really kind of had it in my head we were going back to coastal. But the nice thing now this changes that dynamic for the fact that we can go to Forlon Muskeg. We can get some crafting done. And then leave the hammer behind.
Feels like an empty pit.
I know. I'm just killing you slowly. We can craft the hatchet, craft as many arrows as we can put together. And we may only be able to bring the hatchet and 2 arrows with us. I mean, we might be that bad. The other hard fact that we got to come to is that if we come back here, we got to deal with whatever we've got. We're going to have to live here for 3 days. Then go to coastal. Live there for 3 days. Take the hammer to Desolation Point. And craft some more. Probably more arrows. It's going to be an interesting little path, I think. All right, let's go put the wood upstairs. Might as well start leaning ourselves out, because tomorrow's travel day. We only get to take so much with us. So let's drop this stuff. Can't take that. Do what? Let's put all these in here. Matches I'm going to take. I'm going to leave this downstairs somewhere where I can see it better. But I need to make notes. My gosh, we need to make notes. Mag lens. And pry bar. Don't think we're going to take the pot with us here. Like to take this back to Coastal as well if we can. This is where we're going to start getting tricky about what do you take? What's your 5? These two are definitely going. This can stay here. Getting dark. You have to do this in the morning. All that's going to stay. All right, let's get upstairs. I am tempted to start a fire to get the birch bark going, but part of me doesn't want to waste a match. As we go into the muskeg, I want to leave those 12 here. We go into the muskeg. There will be a flare at Poacher's if we go there. How much fire do we have? We have 4 matches. So I think we take those 4 matches with us. Drop that. Tell you what, drop all these sticks too, because you can't take it with you. Drop them all. Those will go downstairs. So will this. Rocks we'll leave outside. Well, I don't think we should drop that right there. But these two. All right. Ruined pancakes. These may not be eaten until I don't want to get food poisoning right now. All right, let's eat this. Let's go bad so fast. I mean, I realize why, but might as well eat them all, Astrid. You can't take them with you. But once we get to the muskeg, we can grab as many as we want, which we're going to have to because we've got to figure out how to feed ourselves while we're over there. Okay. Same thing with the water. We'll drop that in the morning as well. Okay, get a drink first. Not really that tired, are we? We don't need a bandage. We're all gonna have to take off that coat. I'd like to get full night's sleep here. Sleep. Go for 10. See how healed up we are. Not as much as I would have liked. But it is what it is. So now the tough part. Should I take the bedroll with me so that we can sleep in the bunker? Because that's going to be the warmest place to sleep. If not, then we have to keep a fire going at Spence's.
All I can think about is food.
Yeah, I can understand that. All right. This is pathetic. We got to get this down to down to these two lines right here. This one and this one. We can't see yet, so it's past time. Get to daylight. How about a little bit more time? How about sleep? Can you sleep an hour? No. It's open. There we go. All right, let's go put all this stuff in the medicine cabinet. That's medicine related. Let's pare down. So, medical stuff. Transfer all of this. Okay. No. Go in the drawer. All right. You know what? Why not? Blue flare can stay here. Red flare will last longer if I take it. Got to decide between this and this. I think we leave the flare behind. Water goes upstairs, along with the extra clothing. Okay. We don't get to keep that. Or this. They'll be here waiting for us when we get back. Tell you what, drink this. You have any left? You do?
I can eat anything.
Yeah. Well, guess what? There's your perfect take. You're at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of clothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. And I do believe that will be my 5 items. Now, the one thing we can risk is we can leave this can behind. And we can risk leaving a torch behind. That would allow us to carry, and this could get left behind because it needs to stay with the forge. So that would allow us to carry hatchet and 2 arrowheads, essentially. Now when we go to Desolation Point, we can make nothing but arrowheads. And we could probably bring back, bring back 3. Okay, so this is where we're at. These are all ruined, right? Cooking level 5 is going to fix this. We have matches here. In case we don't find any matches over there. But I think I'm just going to take the 4. I don't want to risk any more than that. Okay. Now, the bedroll. Do I risk the torch? Or we're at fire starting 3. That helps. But we've only got so many matches. So, do I risk the the can? We did this last time. We ran out of water. There's no toilets. I think we're just going to have to stay warm at Spence's. We're just going to have to keep the fire going. So we're going to have to collect every stick, every bit. We're going to have to keep that fire running the entire time. That's all there is to it. This trip over there is going to be nothing but about forging. So we just need to go to Poacher's, find what's there, grab that flare, grab cattails, and anything else we can find. We need all that scrap metal. We need all that coal. I'm going to leave the bedroll here. We do have a place to sleep there. It's just going to be hard because we can't keep it warm. Here's what the decision process is. This is the roll of the dice. So I don't want to trust myself with just the Maglins. If we get over there and it's nothing but bad weather, we got to have a way to start a fire. Okay. All right. So let's go inside. Let's go outside. What's our day look like? Ugh. Foggy. Okay. I'm going back inside. And this is going to be our save point. So I'm going to do these episodes from here on out. I did the very first one. It's pretty long. But I like to get the run established, especially with this, because there's kind of the special rules and what have you. So from here on out, as I carry this series, when I have time, I'm going to add to this series. Going to do it in section by section. So travel day to travel day. So we're on travel day number 12. So let's show that real quick. Here's our travel day. So we've got to get out of here. We've got to go to the Muskeg. And we need to be gone, for 3 days. And then, so 13, 14, 15. So day 16, we got to come back here. Plain and simple. That's all there is to it. Or we go to Bleak Inlet, figure our way out that way, but I don't think we can get out through Upper Ravine, which would be perfect. Wouldn't be bad to go that route in a different direction, and then that way we could use that as an escape route. It would be faster to get to the forge that way, possibly, because we could just kind of cut around. But we're not prepared for that kind of journey just yet. So anyway, that's going to be our stopping point. Like I said, I'll put these episodes out in travel sequence. So next episode will be our travel to Forland Muskeg, and I'll play that out for the 3 days. And when we're ready to travel again, we'll be coming back to here more than likely. Could go to Milton too. That might be another option. Go into the basin and go through Milton, and then from Milton back to to Mystery Lake. So anyway, we'll figure that out. But the next episode, we're on our way to Forland Muskeg to forge. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. And so with that, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get another one of these sections recorded, but I look forward to it. And we will catch you on the next one.